Hello everyone and welcome back to Root Double Before Crime After Story. If you watched the first episode, you would realize that we were in a facility, stuff went down, fire, explosions, God help us all, right? Well, we were part of a rescue team sent in to rescue the survivors and, put out the fire, contain the catastrophe. Well, the captain, which is us, got unconscious and we woke up and we lost all of our memories. We have no idea what's going on. We investigated this room, it's all on fire, there's this girl, she needs help. You know what, let's continue on. Found her! Through the fire and flames, we could see a girl crouching under a desk in the room. This isn't Dragon Force, friends. Are you okay? The girl looked towards the man's voice with hope in her eyes. But the moment her gaze met the man's, she looks frightened. Her face froze. What's with that look? Overcome with confusion, he came to a halt. But at that moment, he suddenly heard a voice. What? He didn't know whose voice it was. It sounded like it echoed from inside of him. But the moment he heard it, everything suddenly fell into place. He finally realized why he was here. That's right. I came here to save her. The moment he came to that realization, his previously divided body and nerves seemed to finally become one. The flames were closing in on the girl. The voice resounded yet again in his head. And with that command giving him the final push he needed, the man lunged into the blazing flames. After chapter 1. So this is chapter 2. 9 o'clock. In the morning? Probably. Yeah, because the catastrophe happened like 6:30 or something in the morning. Census Sympathy Tutorial. God. People can't leave me alone. They know I'm recording. No professionalism with my friends, I tell you. We apologize for interrupting you so early on, but there are no choices in this world. Regardless, we need your power to link this world to the future. So the Census Sympathy System, say that 5 times fast, has been prepared in order to allow you to willingly influence the world. Okay. This tutorial will explain the SSS to you, not the SS. That's another thing entirely. Bad. But before that, let's explain what we mean by senses here. Senses refer to impressions, emotions, sensations in this context. Put it simply, it is your assessment of how you feel about someone else. In other words, if their senses are high, you have a good impression of that person. But on the other hand, if their senses are low, that means you have a bad impression of that person. And the Census Sympathy System exists to quantify your senses and reflect them on this world. Now then, let's explain how to change the value of your senses. In specific scenes, a graphic that looks like a magic seal will appear in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. This is known as an enneagram. An enneagram is a kind of personality assessor that categorizes people into 9 different personality types. Each of the 9 main characters of this story have been categorized into these 9 types. Thus, the 9 characters have been distributed onto the 9 points of the enneagram. A graph similar to a radar chart is displayed on top of the enneagram. This graph is a symbol that represents senses. The shape of their graph corresponds to the 9 characters, and its shape will change as you alter their senses. You can input the senses of 9 characters, which include the protagonist. Thus, in a sense, you may also set the senses you have for yourself. In such an instance, you determine whether or not you have confidence in your instincts and opinions. Alternatively, you determine how much you value yourself. Census Sympathy System. Truly a system where you determine the protagonist's various sensations/senses each time. Your senses will be used to determine which scenario divergence you will travel down at fixed divergence points. At divergence points, the story automatically diverges in accordance to the level of your senses. You can't simply input your senses whenever you want. You can only do that at sections known as branches. When you arrive at a branch, the enneagram will appear in the upper right-hand corner. Please check if the enneagram is displaying or not to determine when you can and can't input your senses. allow us to explain in detail through example. Let's play a demo scenario branch where you actually control the system. First, please take a look at the next scene. The senses input hasn't appeared yet, so please just play through the text as you normally would. Okay, this is interesting. I like this idea. This is interesting. In a certain boy's house, a TV and a game console were sitting in a neat and tidy living room. Just then, a girl came down from the hallway and spoke in an inquisitive voice.
ねえねえ、何しているの？え？ゲームの練習？
Yeah, and it sucks, man. Stupid tutorials. I can play a game. It's a VN. I just click the button, read the text. That's all this should be to.
とても大切なことなの？
Well, this seems pretty important, so yeah.
そっか。じゃあ忙しいんだね。
Stop bothering me, jeez. Can't you see I'm playing a game?
ね、ちょっとお話ししたいことがあるんだけど。
Yes, it's a bad time. Stop bothering me. The girl looked at you hopefully as she said that.
ごめんなさい。邪魔みたいだから、また今度にするね。
That's right.
気にしないで。そんな大したことじゃなかったから。
But you just said it was important. Now all of a sudden it's not important? Well, whatever.
それじゃあ、ゲームの練習、頑張ってね。
It's okay, I can't die, so... The girl slumped her shoulders with disappointment, and she left the living room with a lonely step in her gait. This was an example of an occasion where your senses for that girl were low. Now then, let's play that scene one more time, with the goal this time being to make the girl happy. There'll be a branch this time so you can input your senses there. When you arrive at a branch, the anagram will appear in the upper right-hand corner. Please increase your senses for the girl before the anagram disappears. When the senses light up, click it up to bring up the senses input screen. You can also bring up the input screen by pressing the down button, maybe V button? I'm using a controller, so I don't know. When you click the senses, you will arrive at this screen. This is the senses input screen. Use the cursor to choose whose senses you'd like to change. Bring it to the knob directly below them and change your senses. Click the Decide button to set your values and to finish the input process. You can only do senses input one time per branch. You can't input again if you change your mind after you've decided, so please be careful. Remember to save before you do that in case you fuck up. God, am I going to have to look at a guide for this, guys?
ねえねえ、何しているの？え？ゲームの練習？とても大切なことなの？
Oh, hang on, click on the thingy. Okay. Want to... Okay. Okay, accept. You sure? Yes, whatever. Alright.
そっか。じゃあ忙しいんだね。ちょっとお話ししたいことがあるんだけど。
The girl looked at you hopefully as she said that. So you...
ごめんなさい。邪魔みたいだから、また今度にするね。気にしないで。そんな大したことじゃなかったから。それじゃあ、ゲームの練習。
Wait, did I mess it up? What? Did I not do it right? Hang on. I thought I clicked the button. The girl's reaction not changed. Oh, shoot.
ねえねえ、ゲームのとても大切なことなの？
Oh, that's what I was doing. I forgot to... Okay, there's a little bar there. I did not notice that. Okay. Yeah, sure. Proof of trust.
そっか、ね。
Okay. So you...
お話ししてくれる？いいの？本当に？
Yeah, sure. I can pause the
あり
game.
がとう。今日は七夕っていう日なんだって。
Okay, is that important?
それでね、短冊に願い事を書くと、それは叶うんだって。だから、今から準備しなきゃって思うの。
The girl then started talking happily about the bamboo trees that are set upon Tanabata. That's it. That was not important. I could have just... No. I've raised the girl's favor, but at what cost? Someone's gonna die. No, I don't know. This example, the girl had two different reactions, but there may be more than that depending on the situation. Also, there isn't always just one senses target. If there's ever more than one target that you need to take into consideration, you'll have to reevaluate your senses for them individually. In these situations, you can input for more than one character. But the only ones whose senses you can input are those who are involved with the next branch. You cannot alter the senses for an unrelated character. There will occasionally be times where senses hold a greater importance than usual. And as such, there are 3 different senses colors, one for each one corresponding to the importance of the upcoming branch. Blue. This signifies an event where you can probably influence a target's favor. A blue branch, as it is known, is not generally that important. You don't even need to change your senses every time it comes up. All you have to do is change it whenever your impression of the target alters. But if you neglect too many blue branches, it could have dire consequences for you farther down the line. Yellow generally signifies an event where you can probably influence someone's actions. A yellow branch, as it's known, is generally very important. Expect them to signify big changes such as changing your destination or travel partner. They're not dangerous, but it's best that you change your senses to reflect your intentions at these points. And though it's rare, a yellow branch can signify that a branch of grave danger is approaching, so please be careful. Red. This signifies grave danger. A red branch, as it is known, is of the utmost importance. Decide incorrectly and you will find death lying in wait for you. Keep an eye peeled to avoid danger, and please check your senses immediately to ensure that there are no problems. Also, branches directly related to the story's conclusion will be red. We recommend you exercise cautious judgment there in the same way. This concludes the senses sympathy system explanation. Have a nice day. Your senses will change the situation in various ways. Now then, let us return to the world. When time starts again, its senses input will appear right away. The anagram will be glowing yellow. This indicates that a branch of great danger is coming up. Should you choose wrongly, death may soon claim the man. Please look over the situation calmly and select your senses right away. We are expecting your feelings to have a good effect on this world. Don't fuck it up. Alright, let's save you. Okay, let's save this person. Save. Okay. Yes. The man screamed this and was about to rush into the flames, but was interrupted by someone grabbing him by the collar. The hell, I can't. I'm the captain. Once he heard her say this, the man... Better save her. If you're not, you're fired. Gave that answer instinctively. He felt more at ease leaving it up to her. Someone said the voice of I think the redhead, is Kazuko from Magicoi. I have to listen to it again. I didn't pick up on that the first time. The female rescue worker quickly brushed the man aside, dashing into the room. The lieutenant pointed the hose upwards. The jet stream shattered apart when it hit the ceiling, scattering into a spray. The female rescue worker then ran into the room as if clad in that water. What an amazing technique! It was perfect teamwork. The female rescue worker then ran after the girl through the mist and steam. Oh, that does sound like Kazuko. Interesting. Yeah, we saved someone! And shouted triumphantly. The dramatic rescue had happened in the blink of an eye. Sweet. A few minutes later, once the roaring inferno had been doused, the rescue workers tended to the girl they saved. Why are you looking at me like that, redhead? Get that look. Like, I don't agree with you. I'm kind of hurt, yeah. My feelings. The man stood a short distance away observing them. In the end, he'd been completely useless, both at putting out the fires and at saving her. Now see, if I did it for my character, there's a possibility he would have been braver and just ran in there and saved the girl, but I could have died, so I don't know. So he figured the least he could do was talk to her. Another frightened look engulfed the girl's face at the moment. No.
隊長、目つきが怖い。
Don't bite me. My face is beautiful.
いや、すまなかった。驚かせちまったみたいだな。
Your hair is frightening. That's the scary thing here.
だが安心してくれ。俺たちは味方だ。君を助けに来たんだ。多分。
Probably. Why would you add that at the end? Why would you say that? Of course she's gonna be scared now.
隊長、どうして多分なんておっしゃるんです
Exactly.
か。
What's wrong with you?
そうだよ隊長、さっきからなんか変だよ。状況がわからないとか言うし、なんか全然使い物にな
Well,
ら
I
ない
wanted to save the girl, but no, you wouldn't let me.
すまん。
After giving a brief apology, the man fired off another
と
question.
ころで、二人に聞きたいことがあるんだが、俺が隊長って呼ばれてるってことは、つまり、俺はレスキュー隊かなんかの隊長なんだよな。
はあ、隊長、何言ってんの。それはどういう意味でしょう。
The man thought harder once he heard their surprised answers. But as he feared, he could not locate any information about himself in his head.
その、実は、わからないんだよ。自分が誰で、ここがどこなのか。
Woman's faces twitched at that proclamation.
それはまさか
I have amnesia.
記憶喪
Da da
失。
da. It's like a cheesy soap opera. Amnesia, the dark descent. The man mulled over that word. So that's what it is? But for some illogical reason, the answer, no, that's not it, suddenly popped into his head. It's more like my mind's denying me the right to think about who I am. It was a strange feeling. But since it didn't look like he could explain what happened to him very well, he reluctantly decided to go with their suggestion.
そう。いわゆる記憶喪失らしい。
またまた冗談やめてよ隊長。
いや、これが冗談ならいいんだが。
ってもしかしてマジなの。
Why would I joke about that?
お待ちください隊長。頭に怪我などはされてませんか。
Probably.
怪我？そういえば、さっき頭がズキンといたんだが。
やはりどこかに頭を打ちつけた可能性があります。意識や記憶の混濁はおそらくそのせいでしょう。ならば記憶は時間が経てば戻ってくるはずです。
そういうものなのか。
ええ、外傷による逆行性健忘症はほとんどの場合は特に治療をしなくてもやがて自然に症状が消えるそうです。
Well, I hope so. The lieutenant calmly explained that as she threw around a few technical terms here and there.
じゃあ、これは一時的なものか。
はい。ただ、脳が損傷していた場合、健忘症は恒久的になる恐れがあります。
Well, damn. Just when I thought there was light at the end of the tunnel.
さらにそのまま放置すると、脳に障害が残ったり、死亡してしまうケースも考えら
Alright,
れます。
Lieutenant, stop scaring me, or you're fired. The man felt a shudder run through him at those words.
何それ、やばそうじゃん。隊長、頭痛の程度はどうなの？吐き気とかは？
あ、今は全く痛まない。吐き気も特に感じない。
なら安心かな。いや、まだです。隊長、ちょっと失礼します。
The woman grabbed the man by the arm, rolled up his sleeve, and looked at his wrist. He hadn't noticed it until that moment, but he had some kind of wristband-like object wrapped around it.
バイタルチェッカーと言います。装着者の健康状態を
That's
自動
very
診断する
convenient.
ものです。
A closer look revealed that there were several numerical readings and 5 green lights on the device.
コンディションオールグリーン。脈拍、血圧等に問題なし。完全に健康体ですね。
Whew, that's a load off my mind.
じゃあとりあえず死んじゃうような心配はないかな。
Maybe.
ただ確実な診断ではないので楽観視はできません。 後ほど
later.
精密検査と治療を受けてください。
The female rescue worker's eyes widened as soon as she heard the lieutenant's reply.
あ、やばい。それよりもまず副隊長、お嬢ちゃんに AD を投与しないと。
AD. The lieutenant's face froze at those words.
いけない。私としたことが。
The lieutenant wasted no time in taking something out of her pocket. It was an ampule located in a transparent container. The lieutenant turned towards the girl and spoke.
腕を出してください。
打ちたくない。
ダメです。投与しなければ危
Do
険
you
なんです。
want to die? You will take it. Be happy. Could be worse. Could you have the suppository? The girl turned around and tried to run, but the lieutenant grabbed her before she could. She then rolled up the girl's sleeve without giving her a chance to speak and pushed the tip of the ampule into the girl, injecting her with its contents. The girl's eyes widened and her body trembled. Feeling rather unnerved by her reaction, the man spoke up.
なんだその薬。
AD と言います。簡単に説明すると、放射線被曝を防ぐ薬です。
Okay. The man felt ominous echo in those words. Couldn't we just give her some iodine or something?
被曝を防ぐ薬だって。
ええ、今回の任務にあたってこの施設の関係者から支給されたものです。我々が生き延びるにはこの薬品の投与が不可欠なのです。
Oh, that's great. I probably missed my dosage already. The lieutenant surveyed her surroundings and continued in a bitter voice.
現在この施設内はくまなく放射線に汚染されていますので。
何？
Nani? The bad feeling he'd gotten earlier only intensified with that statement.
ちょっと待ってくれ。放射線とか汚染とか一体どういうことなんだ。
We're in ground zero of Chernobyl.
ここって何の施設なんだ。
The lieutenant took a good hard look at the bewildered man and followed up with a clear answer.
研究用の小型原子炉を要する原子力科学研究所です。
Nuclear.
その原子炉がつい2時間ほど前メルトダウンしたのです。
That's bad, right? That's bad. Even though it was supposedly his first time hearing that word, it still managed to send shivers down the man's spine. Well, anything with meltdown is gonna be bad.
メルトダウンって。
It's so bad that I don't even have a Japanese word for it.
簡潔にご説明しますと、何らかの原因で原子炉が融解し、炉内の核燃料が外に漏れ出すことです。
Huh.
しばしば爆発や出火などを伴う極めて重篤な事故。
Should we really just be standing around here talking like this? I mean, this sounds like something we could do while we're trying to find other people or something.
それにより人体に悪影響の強い放射線が拡散し、施設全域を。
Why do we not have helmets? We should have helmets or something, don't you think?
バカな。汚染って言ったってそんな兆しはどこにも。
So you can't see radiation, stupid.
放射線は目には見えません。匂いもありません。しかしそれでも確かに
That's great,
人体を
man.
蝕みます。
That's great. The lieutenant then took some sort of device out of her pocket. What's
放
that?
射線計測器プロキオン。ここに表示されている数値は現在毎時
I literally have no
1180
idea what that means, but it looks bad.
これは自然界における放射線量
Yeah, that's bad.
約2000万倍に当たります。
I can't even fathom that. That's so bad.
2000万。
放射線は通常の環境下でも宇宙や地表などからわずかに照射されていますが、線量が弱いため人体に影響はほぼありません。
I really feel like we should have helmets on right now.
しかしこの1108ミリシーベルトという異常に強い線量にさらされた場合、つまり被爆した場合、人体に深刻な悪影響が現れます。
That's great. Let's not stand around chatting and like get out of here.
皮膚のただれ、嘔吐感、臓器不全、脳細胞損傷、視力障害、神経障害、
You didn't really need to tell me all this.
そしてがん。
I already know it's bad. You're just making it worse. The lieutenant's matter-of-fact explanation caused all the hair on the man's body to stick up on their ends in fear, and who wouldn't, right?
100ミリシーベルトも被爆すれば、これらの健康被害が発生し得ます。
Why are we still standing here?
本来であれば、わずかに立ち入ることすら絶対に許されないような環境なのです。そして線量は 場所によって多少上下しますが、どこにいても被爆は避けられません。
避けられないって。冗談だろ。なんでそんな状況で落ち着いてられるんだよ。
Finally, we have some sense here.
お待ちください。説明を最後まで聞いてくださ
い。The man instantly shut up at the lieutenant's firm voice. She gestured to the empty ampule in her hand and continued.
しかし、この AD という薬を投与しておけば、汚染レベルの低いところなら、ほぼ 100% 被爆を予防してくれるのです。
Oh, I don't have a choice here. I don't like you. Wait, is this a yellow choice? I don't like you. I don't like you. I'm bad. I don't like her. Yeah, I don't like her at all. Yeah, I doubt that. Yeah, I doubt that. 100% protection against effects. That's a lie.
100%?
これは通常の薬剤ではなく、医療用ナノマシンを構成体に含んでいて、人体が受ける放射線を無害化、排出してくれます。
Man, you're just blowing smoke. That doesn't do anything, just a placebo.
有効時間はわずか60分です。
60 minutes, and we're sitting here talking. Upon hearing the whole explanation, the man, this is when I doubt her, found himself reluctant to trust her.
100% 放射線被爆を防ぐ薬だと。
Yeah, I didn't believe it either.
あるのか?
I don't believe it.
そうおっしゃるのもわかります。
Yeah.
しかしお願いです。信じてください。あなた。
No, that's impossible. There was no way a drug that offered 100% resistance to radiation actually existed. He had no memories to base that assumption off of, but he was sure he was right.
そういえば隊長が最後に AD を投与したのっていつ？
それはわからんが。
I don't even remember my own name.
やばいよ、念のため投与しておきなよ。隊長もきっと持ってるはずだからさ。
I didn't think I threw that shit out like hours ago. The man searched his pockets as instructed and quickly found an ampule in one of them. It's empty!
専用のカートリッジが付属してるから、それを装着して、あとは先端を折って静脈に密着させてノック部分を押すだけでいいから。
I don't want to. No, I don't know. I don't feel like injecting it. Neither does he.
隊長、どうしたの？
No.
早くその AD 撃っちゃいなよ。
I will rot here if so be it. The man chose that moment to glance at the girl standing next to the rescue worker. The image of her turning around and trying to escape the AD injection played back in his head. He turned to the lieutenant again as the warning bells in his heart grew louder and louder. It probably really is an anti-radiation drug, and I'm just making this like blowing this all way out of proportion. It's like this choice wasn't even important. Why did I even do it? Irritation welled up in the lieutenant's eyes at that moment, of course. She's like, what the hell are you doing?
隊長、いい加減にしてください。あなたは今この瞬間も被爆し続けているかもしれないのですよ。
I don't think there's a might in radiation. There is radiation.
さあ、腕を出して。私が投与します。
I can't do it! No. The lieutenant then took the ampule and cartridge right out of the man's hands with those words. She then quickly loaded the ampule into the cartridge and pointed it at the man's arm.
さあ、早くしてください。
I don't want to. The same woman had injected the young girl with AD against her own will just a few minutes ago in the exact same manner. That fact put the man on his guard.
やめろ！俺にはそんなものは必要ない！
As he took the AD away, his hand struck the lieutenant in the face, causing her to shriek. We just slapped her.
ちょっと隊長、何やってんの？
うるさい！本当のことを言え。そんな得体の知れないものを投与して、あんたらは俺をどうするつもりだ？
Wouldn't it be funny if this was like some kind of mind-controlled drug and I just didn't realize it? And it's like, this is what happens in the end. Like, I just uncover this big scandal.
はあ？何わけわかんないこと言ってんのさ。仲間の言うことが信じられないっての？
I don't even trust what I'm saying right now. It's true that the two of them were wearing the same rescue uniform that he was. But with no memories, they could just be pretending to be rescue workers for all the man knew. Just then, the lieutenant turned to her subordinate and spoke.
森部、隊長を抑えなさい。
What?
こうなったら実力行使です。
Okay. You know what? Alright. Well, this is bad. So I'm going to end the video here, and we're going to pick it up in the next video. So I'll see you guys then. Take it easy.
you